Looking for financial insights you can trust?
How do you protect yourself as an investor? What's the strategy?
I think it's really simple. I think you just want to be diversified in your portfolio.
The Payne family brings real-world experience to every conversation.
Well, I think that's the problem right now is, right, a lot of people that are close to retirement, they're taking so much risks. And if we do get a big sell-off, it could derail their retirement.
Listen to the Pain Points of Wealth on the Red Apple Podcast Network.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Well, it's about a year since Secretary Burgum has been sworn in to take over the Department of Interior, and that is one big job. That is a lot of territory from Alaska to maybe Greenland to Guam to the Virgin Islands. That is a big territory. Secretary Doug Burgum, it's a little bit bigger. You were governor of North Dakota. Now you have the whole everything. To give us your experience and accomplishments over the last year.
Well, I certainly, we can talk about the accomplishments of the Trump administration and what a great cabinet he assembled, but you think about how he's touched every American. We've got lowered inflation, so costs are coming down, taxes are coming down, regulations are coming way down, price of gasoline is down, price of energy in most states, except some blue states, has gone way down. So winning on that front. And then what's up? Jobs are up, job creation up, real income is up, and the border is secure. All the things that he ran and promised on, he's delivered on. And then we take a look at now things are kicking in with the working families tax cut. When those start coming in, no tax on tips, no tax on Social Security, no tax on overtime, and then record amounts of investment going into the U.S. in new manufacturing, the U.S. getting back into the business of building great things, whether that's for defense, or automotive, technology, steel, ships, mining, timber, grazing, all these things that made America great are coming back. They're coming back with innovation, and President Trump leading the charge. And as you saw, a week ago in Davos, I mean, he's leading not just the United States, he's leading the whole world, and really putting a vision out there that's going to make the world safer and America more prosperous. And what a year it's been, and I look ahead to this next year, and the next year is I fully expect this to be one of the great historic economic growth years in history, because the economy, with all of these things happening simultaneously, there's only one way to go, and that's up, and we're going to see a lot of exciting growth in this economy. That's going to lift it up for everybody.
I agree with you 100%. Tell us, energy is a big part of, North America, and the United States has more energy than a lot of other people. How does it affect us that the problems we're having with Canada? And Canada is being a little bit stubborn right now, and the problems we're solving in Venezuela. And give us your reading on it.
Well, President Trump, again here, brilliant strategy that is going to make the world safer and America stronger. He understands, like no president, you can't separate energy from national security, and you can't separate it from our economy. And the moves with Venezuela, plucking Maduro out of there, one of the great military, extractions of all time in history, and just a game changer for that country, which was being run by criminals, and all their oil was being sold on the dark market and being sold to our adversaries at cheap prices. Now, with the U.S. driving that, in control of that, it's so big. I mean, this has moved the geopolitical center around energy and oil and gas in particular out of the Middle East. For the first time in 50 or 60 years, it's coming back to the Western Hemisphere, coming back to America, because what's between the U.S. being the number one energy dominant country in the world, Venezuela with the largest reserves, and U.S. companies pouring back in there, kicking out the bad actors that were in Venezuela, controlling that. It's like a triple bank shot that hits Russia, hits Iran, hits Cuba, hits China, all at the same time. President Trump understands that, and it's going to be great for Americans, because 25 years ago, when Venezuelan oil production was was humming along, and when Venezuela was a free democracy, virtually all of that oil was being brought to the United States, refined in the Gulf Coast of America, which led to lower gas prices for Americans. We're going to get back to that. And again, President Trump leading on the world stage with some really bold and strategic moves that really help everyone.
Well, I think Venezuela has 17% of the world's oil. And for have the United States back in not control, but back in that they're part of the southern hemisphere, northern hemisphere again, I think it's great. And the fact is, it looks like one of these days, whether it's next week or the week after, Cuba might come back to us.
Yeah, well, Cuba right now has been living off of Venezuela's oil that was gifted to them for providing security services. The people that were surrounding Maduro on the night that he was extracted was basically Cuban Secret Service. We saw how well that worked out for him. He thought they were the best of the best, and they found out about the skill and excellence and execution of the U.S. military in doing that. But they were shipping Cuba as much as 70,000 barrels a day of oil, which was being resold to provide cash for Cuba. Some of it was for domestic production. But with Venezuelan oil being cut off from Cuba, that's going to have a huge effect on the leadership in Cuba, and which is a great thing for Cuban Americans and for Cuba. Could be a super prosperous relationship going forward there with new leadership in that country, which is just, barely off the coast of Florida.
Mr. Secretary, Sunday morning, people are around drinking their coffee, wondering of which way our country is going, and my belief is we're going to have the greatest economy ever this year. What do you want to say to the American people on a Sunday morning?
Well, I would say the golden age is here. I mean, President Trump, again, when he made promises to the American people about securing the border, getting prices down, getting people to invest back, building great things in America, he's delivering on all of those, and he's delivering on a record speed. This is I've been a private sector guy my whole life, and it's to listen to the CEOs of these companies come in and go, that they've never seen the government move this fast with this much execution, with this much customer service to help people get things built. President Trump is someone who's understands the urgency of the situation. He's leading with decisiveness, and like I say, he's not somebody that wants to go to groundbreakings. He wants to go to ribbon cuttings. He wants to see things built, and he's a builder. President Trump is a builder. That's what he built companies. He built buildings. He built towers. He built television shows. He's a builder, and he's building some stuff now, which is just going to have an impact on the country for literally the next century. I think you got to go all the way back to Theodore Roosevelt 100 years ago to see someone that led with this kind of courage, decisiveness, and made an impact. And just like TR from New York, TR had a big impact with the Panama Canal and the whole politics of Central and South America. President Trump doing the same thing with what he's doing now with Venezuela. So interesting parallels between those two.
Well, getting a right deal with Greenland is certainly a long way to. I would say Greenland is almost as strategic or more strategic than Alaska, and I think he did a great job there.
Well, he certainly did, and it is a fact that they've got more oil reserves in Saudi Arabia. And then you take a look at right now, under the leadership of Chavez Maduro, they've turned this into one of the poorest countries in the world, one of the most criminally rotten, attracted every bad actor in the world. From Russia, Hamas, Hezbollah, Iran, China, everybody was in there trying to get their piece of that Venezuelan resource. And, now with President Trump in there establishing relationships with the interim government, U.S. companies coming back in that were kicked out, making investment. There's an opportunity for, Caracas could become the next Dubai. This could be one of the wealthiest countries in the world with a great security and trading and economic relationship with the United States versus being one of the most dangerous countries in the world, which is what it was up until a few weeks ago. So it's going to be a remarkable turnaround in our hemisphere, and President Trump making it clear that Western Hemisphere, U.S. is in charge, and we're not inviting all of our adversaries from around the world to come and just get cheap oil out of Venezuela and fleece the Venezuelan people and the American companies in the process. So standing up for American companies and standing up for American citizens is what President Trump does, and he's certainly doing that every day of the year.
Mr. Secretary, thank you for everything you've done for the United States and continue to do for the United States. And it should be a great year between you and President Trump. It'll be a great year for the American citizens. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you. Thank you, John. Always great to be with you.
Thank you, and we'll talk again soon.
Listen to this podcast now
On the Red Apple Podcast Network. The Idea Gen Global Podcast with George Sifakis.
I'm George Sifakis. In a world overflowing with noise, there is one forum where the world's smartest voices connect, where visionaries sit at the same table as innovators, and great minds don't just talk, they act.
Download all of Red Apple Media's podcasts right now through your favorite podcast platform.